Before your phone, before your laptop, before the lights in your room, there was only darkness, complete, total darkness. And then one discovery changed everything. But the real story of how electricity was discovered is nothing like what they taught you in school. Stay with me, because this story is shocking in more ways than one. The story doesn't start in a laboratory. It doesn't start with a scientist. It starts over 2,600 years ago in ancient Greece. A philosopher named Thales of Miletus noticed something strange. When he rubbed amber against animal fur, it attracted small objects, feathers, dust, tiny particles floating as if pulled by an invisible force. He had no idea what was happening. He had no name for it. But what Thales had just witnessed was static electricity, the very first recorded observation of electrical force in human history. The Greeks called amber electron. That single word would become the foundation of our entire modern world. Now, here is where the story gets mysterious. In 1938, a German archaeologist named Wilhelm König was working at an excavation site in Iraq when he uncovered something that should not have existed. A 2,000-year-old clay jar containing a copper cylinder wrapped around an iron rod. When filled with acidic liquid like vinegar, it generated electricity. A working battery built 2,000 years before anyone was supposed to know electricity even existed. Nobody knows what it was used for. Nobody knows who built it. The Baghdad battery remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of science. Fast forward to 1752, Philadelphia, America. A man named Benjamin Franklin had a wild idea. He believed that lightning, the terrifying bolts that split the sky, was actually electricity. Everyone thought he was insane, so he decided to prove it. During a violent thunderstorm, Franklin flew a kite with a metal key attached to the string, rain pouring down, lightning crashing overhead, one man standing alone in an open field, holding onto a string. When lightning struck nearby, electrical charge traveled down the wet string and into the key. Franklin reached out his hand and touched it. He felt a powerful shock surge through his body. He had just proven that lightning was electricity, but Franklin nearly died doing this. Two other scientists who tried shortly after were killed instantly. Franklin survived by pure luck. By the 1880s, electricity was no longer a mystery. It was a weapon. Two of the greatest minds in history were locked in a bitter war over whose electricity would power the world. In one corner, Thomas Edison, wealthy, powerful, ruthless. In the other corner, Nikola Tesla, a brilliant Serbian immigrant who barely had a dollar to his name. Tesla believed in alternating current, a fundamentally different and far more efficient system. Edison knew Tesla's system was better, but he had too much money invested in his own. So Edison launched one of the most vicious smear campaigns in scientific history. He publicly electrocuted animals, trying to prove Tesla's current was dangerous. He lobbied for Tesla's current to be used in the electric chair to associate it with death. But none of it worked. Tesla's system won. And to this day, every single power outlet in your home runs on Nikola Tesla's alternating current. History remembered Edison, but the world runs on Tesla. From a Greek philosopher rubbing amber 2,600 years ago, to a mysterious ancient battery buried in the Iraqi desert, to a man flying a kite in a thunderstorm, to two geniuses fighting a war that shaped the modern world. The story of electricity is not just science, it is mystery, ambition, betrayal, and survival. And it is the reason every device you own exists today. Subscribe to Byte Roots. Every week we go deeper into the hidden origins of the world around us. The truth is always more interesting than the textbook.